The movie begins by showing us how strong a white Volkswagen named Herbie is. This car was very famous in the world of car racing. One day, however, after a serious accident, it goes out of service. Herbie is then given to a man named Crazy Dave, but Herbie seems to be alive. Herbie panics after seeing a car fall in front of him. He also wasn't willing to get off the tow truck. Since he doesn't like being called an ugly car, he lets out smoke at Dave and hits him with his tire. Dave and his workers, however, use their strength to get Herbie down, but since Herbie doesn't want to be gotten rid of, he tries his best. While Dave isn't watching, Herbie quickly escapes, but before he gets far, one of his tires blows out. Dave and his workers give up hope and change their mind about getting rid of Herbie. Meanwhile, Margaret Peyton, commonly known as Maggie, is attending her graduation ceremony. Maggie has two older brothers, and both of them are car racing competitors. Her whole family are car racing fans. However, only Ray Peyton Jr., Maggie's brother, was allowed to race. Ray is currently going through a hard time because his focus has diminished. At home, Maggie takes pride in reading what was written about her grandfather, her father, and her brother. After some time, Peyton, Maggie's father, apologizes to her for not properly honoring her graduation. He also tells her that he'll hang her graduation certificate on the wall and buy her a gift. The next day, Peyton takes Maggie to Dave's car lot. He brought her there because he wanted to buy her a used car as a graduation gift, since Maggie would be leaving in a month. Maggie starts looking around and comes across Herbie, then a black Nissan. Herbie tries to catch Maggie's attention but fails. Maggie goes to Dave and says she wants the green Nissan, but suddenly Herbie, who was being towed away, crashes into the green Nissan. As it happens, since the condition of the other cars wasn't good, Maggie buys Herbie. After the money is paid, Peyton first has Herbie inspected. While Maggie waits, doing sketches, Herbie looks at her and seems to have fallen for her. After her father checks the car and confirms it can be driven, Maggie gets into the car. Maggie finds a letter inside the car that reads, "Take care of Herbie for me. He will fully solve your problems." Just as Maggie puts the key in, she's startled because Herbie drives off by himself without anyone driving him to a place belonging to an old friend of Maggie's named Kevin, who owns a garage. Herbie has come to the garage to be repaired by Kevin. Maggie, who had been in shock until now, decides to return Herbie to Dave, but Kevin, who has had feelings for Maggie for a long time, wants to help her by fixing Herbie for her. Before that though, Herbie needs to be driven a little to find out what problems he has. Kevin takes Maggie to a place where a car exhibition is happening. Since there's a lot of car racing activity there, Maggie feels embarrassed for bringing such a weak, old car. When Herbie hears this, he gets very angry and decides to show off his skills on the asphalt. He goes onto the highway uncontrollably and only stops when he reaches the exhibition center. Thinking that no one recognizes her, Maggie quietly steps out of her car, but it isn't long before some men recognize her. Instead of being embarrassed, Maggie proudly declares that the Volkswagen is hers. After a while, a famous car racing competitor named Trip Murphy arrives. Trip, boasting that no competitor can match him, talks about a video game that was made in his name. Not wanting Herbie to embarrass her any further, Maggie decides to go home with Herbie, but Herbie's horn keeps honking repeatedly, drawing everyone's attention. When Maggie tries to pull out the wire inside, he responds by spraying oil on her. Because of this, Maggie has to change her clothes. At the same time, Kevin finds a racing suit inside Herbie's hood with the name Max written on it. Since her clothes are covered in oil, Maggie puts on the racing suit to change. Suddenly, Herbie pushes Maggie and makes her put on the helmet. Meanwhile, Trip had been mocking Herbie. In response, Herbie approaches Trip's car and scrapes its paint with his side mirror. Everyone there is astonished, and they start saying that whoever is driving Herbie should race against Trip. Once again, without Maggie's control, Herbie starts moving on his own. Although Maggie doesn't want to race, surprisingly, Herbie is ready to compete. In the end, Maggie also agrees to race. Herbie then begins showing off unprecedented moves. At the end of the race, Maggie and Herbie manage to beat Trip. Because of this, Trip is furious since his pride has been hurt. He lost to an old, weak car. After returning to the garage, Maggie says that the car feels alive and that she felt spiritually connected to it. Kevin, however, suspects that Maggie is hiding her talent. Meanwhile, Ray's sponsors start pulling their sponsorship one by one after his last practice. Sally, a representative from Bass Pro, the only sponsor Ray has left, comes to say day that Tripp lost to a car numbered 53, a Volkswagen. Peyton realizes it's the car he bought for Maggie. This makes Peyton very angry, but it's not because she raced. It's because she had nearly lost her life once before due to racing, and Peyton doesn't want that to happen again. Maggie, however, lies, telling him that Kevin's friend Max had borrowed Herbie from her and raced with it. Peyton, upset with Maggie, apologizes to her and goes back home. At that moment, Herbie has his eye on Sally's beautiful car. Meanwhile, Tripp, humiliated by yesterday's defeat, isn't himself these days, as it has affected both his work and his mental state. His brother and manager Larry tells him not to worry too much, since the race was just a local one. Tripp then requests to race again. He wants to compete in a 2-day open competition with a large cash prize. His goal for the race is to bring down the reputation of the white car. Tripp declares that if he wins, the white car must be gotten rid of. Meanwhile, Kevin shows Maggie an engine he plans to add to Herbie to make him more competitive, but Maggie keeps thinking about her father, while she's hesitant about returning to racing. In the middle of an argument between Maggie and Kevin, a newspaper about the race catches Herbie's eye. As Maggie prepares to go home, Herbie throws the newspaper, so that Maggie and Kevin end up reading it together at the same time. Kevin tells Maggie that this would be her very last race, because the prize money offered isn't small. Beyond that, since Maggie's family's sponsors have been pulling out one by one, they need the money right now. With this money, Maggie could fix things for her family and herself. Some of it would even be enough to renovate Kevin's garage. In the end, Maggie agrees to participate in the race. With Kevin's help, after washing Herbie, they fix up the car over the following days. Tripp and Larry, meanwhile, start investigating how such an old car managed to beat Tripp's car. Back at Maggie's house, she overhears her father and Sally talking about how Ray doesn't have the skill needed for the race. Sally tries her best to help Ray. Unfortunately, Bass Pro has ended its sponsorship contract with Ray Peyton Jr. Peyton asks them to be patient just a little longer until the next race. But right now, if Ray loses, there's nothing he can do. Hearing this makes Maggie even more determined to win the race. After some time, race day arrives. Tripp, who knows Maggie, realizes she's Ray's sister and greets her. But Maggie is confused when she learns he came not to support Ray, but to sponsor Max. As we know, the competitor was called Max, but it's actually Maggie herself. Tripp asks Maggie to introduce him to Max. Maggie tells him she's very busy right now. The race begins. Whoever wins today's race gets the chance to compete against Tripp tomorrow. Surprisingly, Herbie makes it into the top 5, and Maggie, racing under the name Max, starts gathering many fans. Herbie overtakes the other cars and finishes first at the end of the race. With this, he earns the chance to face Tripp the next day. After the race, Herbie unexpectedly encounters Sally's yellow car. Herbie greets her and tries to approach to get acquainted, but her car, unlike him, isn't alive. After a while, Kevin is surprised to see Herbie trying to talk to Sally's car. As a reward for winning today, Kevin gives Maggie a necklace with the number 53 on it. But before they can kiss, Tripp shows up and interrupts them. Though his intentions aren't clear, he encourages Maggie and invites her to try out his racing car. Herbie senses something isn't right and is upset seeing Maggie enjoying herself with Tripp's car. While Maggie is having fun, Tripp begins his plan to sabotage Herbie's engine, but it fails. Oil is dumped on his face, and he's hit by the hood. Although Tripp's plan fails, it isn't for nothing. It's agreed that whoever wins gets to do whatever they want with the loser's car. Maggie agrees to this. The next day, Maggie's childhood friend Charisma comes to help her, but since Maggie has to prepare for the race, she lies to her friend, saying she has an appointment to watch her boyfriend race. This news makes Maggie's family suspicious. Peyton, Ray, and Charisma go to the location to watch Maggie's supposed boyfriend race. Unfortunately, Herbie was hurt by this. Not wanting to be replaced by Tripp's car, Herbie deliberately slows down. Maggie, furious, takes off her helmet in front of everyone. Kevin calms her down and tells her she'll have another chance at a different race. Unfortunately though, their agreement doesn't say that. Tripp now has the right to take Herbie and get rid of him. When Kevin learns about their bet, he tells Maggie that she has wronged Herbie. Peyton is also very angry with her. He tells Maggie, from now on, honesty clearly doesn't matter to you. The only person who stood by Maggie was Charisma. She advises Maggie to be completely serious about what she truly wants, instead of doing work she doesn't care about. Charisma's words inspire Maggie once again. When she goes to get Herbie back, she finds that Herbie has been taken to a place called Gladiator, where cars are smashed and destroyed by crashing into each other. There, Herbie starts getting damaged from being hit repeatedly. The owner of the establishment tells Maggie that if she drives Herbie out of the field herself, she can take him for free. When Maggie enters the field, Herbie isn't in good condition, but when he sees Maggie is in danger, he immediately saves her, throwing Larry out of the car. Maggie and Herbie, with their amazing skill, defeat everyone, including finishing off the big car with ease. Maggie takes the badly damaged Herbie to Kevin's garage. She begs him to fix Herbie and apologizes to Herbie for the bet she made involving him. Meanwhile, on the racetrack, Ray does his best to advance to the next round. He succeeds, but afterward, Ray's car goes out of control. According to the doctor's examination, Ray has lost sight in his left eye. The doctor also tells him he shouldn't race in the next round because it could lead to an even worse accident. Since Ray has advanced to the next round, he needs a substitute racer because his team wants to win. He says Maggie should take his place. Peyton, however, still isn't willing to let Maggie race. Maggie then pleads with her father, repeatedly telling him she won't get hurt in this race. Meanwhile, bad news comes from Kevin's garage. Because Kevin hadn't paid off his previous debt, he couldn't buy spare parts for Herbie. Fortunately, Ray arrives and brings all his team members to help repair Herbie. Ray also tells Maggie not to worry about their father. The next day, Tripp is shocked to see Herbie show up because as far as Tripp knew, Herbie had gotten rid of Larry. Before the race, Maggie and Herbie have a heartfelt conversation. As Maggie steps onto the racetrack, her fans cheer for her. Herbie is the only Volkswagen ever allowed to compete in a NASCAR race. Peyton watches Maggie on TV. Now all the competitors have finished warming up. After the signal is given, the race begins. Maggie falls far behind, but she hasn't given up yet. She drives up beside another car and uses it like a spring to help Herbie pass several other cars. Seeing this, her father happily goes to watch Maggie in person. With 18 laps remaining, Tripp is leading, but Maggie is gradually catching up. Some cars try to surround and obstruct Herbie. Because of this, continuing the race becomes dangerous for Maggie. Suddenly, hearing her father cheering her on lifts her spirits. Maggie becomes confident she'll win. With renewed morale, she escapes by driving over the car in front of her, but then Herbie starts leaking oil. Because of this problem, everyone suspects Herbie will have to drop out of the race. Kevin calls Sally, who has a similar car, and borrows her oil reservoir to fit onto Herbie. But since it doesn't fit Herbie properly, Kevin warns Maggie, don't take too many hits. At this point, Maggie's hope is fading. Maggie says that rather than lose Herbie, she'd rather lose the race. Hearing this, Herbie starts driving faster. Maggie and Herbie pass many cars, until only one car remains ahead of them, Tripp's car. All the spectators' eyes are fixed on Herbie. For his own benefit, Tripp starts playing dirty. He repeatedly rams into Herbie, crashing him against the wall to get his revenge. As Tripp tries to ram him again, Herbie falls back, causing Tripp to crash his own car instead. Tripp's car flips over and blocks Herbie's path, but he shocks all the spectators by driving through the fence and past the wall at that speed. Because of this, Maggie and Herbie finish in first place. Tripp, saying that Maggie's car is alive, is treated like a madman by everyone. Kevin goes to Herbie and helps him get closer to Maggie. At the end of the movie, we see Peyton warning someone to head home in time because he has another race coming up. While Peyton is talking to Herbie, he falls for Sally's car. The movie ends as we see that Sally's car, like Herbie, can also move on its own.